Well, hello there, Skywinders. Welcome back to another episode of Skywind 007. On today's episode, we have this right here. This is the Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. So the reason why I bought this is because my car is 20 years old. It's a 2005 Nissan Sentra with 290,000 miles on it. And it has dry start. So I'm going to put a definition of dry start on the screen. And this product claims to eliminate those dry starts, because that's the #1 cause of wear in new engines, and hopefully it'll help in older engines. So when you turn on the engine on my car, it goes glug, 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 glug on the first second or two, and you're gonna see the engine light. I'm seeing the oil light, I should say, is gonna stay on for as long as you can hear that sound. So you turn it on, and you hear glug, 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 and then you see the oil light, and then both go out at the same time, and then it just operates normally. So that's a dry start, because that's when the oil doesn't reach the pistons. When the engine is cold and you start it, the oil hasn't reached the pistons, and basically the engine is moving without oil. That's a dry start. So that's a problem, because it does, over time, it will damage the engine. And hopefully this can help. I did try different oils. I tried Quaker, I tried Mobil 1, and I can't remember the other one from Walmart, and none of them really help. But those are just regular oils. They're not meant to solve this problem, but this additive in particular is meant for that, at least according to the bottle. So let's go to the garage and let's see if we can fix that problem. Okay, so the very first thing I want to do is show you the dry start. I'm going to put a microphone over here. We're going to start the engine and we're going to hear it, and so that you know what the dry start sounds like. And then after I apply the additive, we're going to do that again and see if there's an improvement. Okay, so here's the microphone, and I'm going to put it right here. And this connects directly to my phone. Okay, so just make sure you keep an eye on the oil lamp, which is right here. It's going to stay on for a few seconds. It's going to stay on for a few seconds after I crank. Okay, so I checked the oil level and it is full, so we have to take a little bit of oil out. Okay, so right here we are taking out a little bit of oil, and of course be very careful not to drop the plug. If you drop the plug, the entire oil is going to come out and you're going to be stuck with a car without oil. So just be very careful not to drop that plug. And when you're done, don't forget to torque the plug according to the manufacturer's instructions. Okay folks, so it's time to add the Lucas oil stabilizer, and as you can see, I had to take out a little bit of oil down there because the level was at full. This car does not burn any oil, and it was at full, but you do not want to overfill it when you do this, when you add this. So make sure that when you add this, it's not on the full level. If it is, then you have to take a little bit of oil out. And it is tricky and I wouldn't call it complicated, but tricky. And just be very careful when you do that, because you risk dumping the whole oil out. And if that happens, you're going to want to have something like a backup oil. Otherwise, you're going to have a car with no oil in it. And maybe that's your only car, and you're going to have to get an Uber to AutoZone. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so the level is now half full, so it's now safe to add the entire bottle. And I recommend you use the largest funnel that you can find, so there won't be any spills. So let's open this and let's put it in. And that is thick. Okay, so the level is full now, and we are ready to test this. Remember to put everything back together, tighten that. Put that there, and the plug out down there should be nice and tight. Okay folks, so it is the following day and it's now time to do that test again. So we got the Lucas oil in the engine, and let's see if it worked. So let's place the mic over here. Okay Lucas, either you work or you embarrass yourself on YouTube. Okay, so keep your eyes on the oil lamp. the top one. Okay folks, so that was a complete failure. It did not work. So the dry start is still there. So this is disappointing because I put a lot of work into this. Okay folks, so it is the following day. Yesterday we did that test and it did not go well, so we're going to do the whole thing again. We're going to test it again. I have the microphone right here and I'm going to get in there and I'm going to crank the engine. Of course, there is a belt slip and you're probably going to hear that. You can ignore that because that's unrelated. I need to tighten that up, but that will not affect the dry starts. So you can forget about that. That is not the problem. And hopefully we'll get some better results today. I did drive it for about 18 miles. You can check the odometers. And hopefully, driving it around for 18 miles and having that oil mix helps and makes things better. But yesterday it did not go well. So let's see if it goes better today. And again, keep your eyes on the oil lamp. Okay folks, so this is the third day. I'm getting out of work. It's been 6 hours since I turned on this car. So let's see what happens. Keep an eye on the oil lamp. Let me turn on the lights. Yep, it's there. That dry start is there. Okay folks, so we have reached the end of this review, and as you can see, the Lucas oil stabilizer did not help with the dry starts, so it did not prevent the dry starts at all. It did absolutely nothing, so for that purpose I would not recommend the Lucas oil stabilizer. So this product might work for other applications like protecting the engine and some other things. I don't know, I wouldn't rule that out, but specifically for dry starts I would absolutely not recommend it, because I have been testing this off camera and then I did show you the demonstration and it did not do anything to help. In any case, thank you for watching, subscribe and thumbs up.